What happens when the man who's supposed to uphold the law becomes the city's most dangerous criminal? Imagine a detective drowning in gambling debts, surrounded by corruption, hunted by ruthless gangsters, and forced to solve a case that could shake both Japan and America. This isn't just another crime thriller. This is Bad Lieutenant Tokyo, and it promises to be one of the darkest, most intense crime films of 2026. Directed by legendary Japanese filmmaker Takashi Miike and written by Daisuke Tengan, this gripping crime thriller throws viewers into the violent streets of Tokyo, where every ally has a hidden agenda and every decision comes with a deadly price. Tokyo is a city that never truly sleeps. Beneath its dazzling neon lights lies a hidden world ruled by corruption, gambling, organized crime, and powerful people who believe they are above the law. In this city, justice is often bought, truth is buried, and every secret has a price. At the center of this dark world is Kyoji Yabuki, a detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Force. Once a talented officer, Kyoji has fallen into a destructive life of gambling, alcohol, and corruption. Deep in debt to dangerous loan sharks, he regularly accepts bribes, manipulates investigations, and looks the other way whenever powerful criminals are involved. Everyone in the department knows he is a disgrace, but no one realizes just how trapped he has become. One day, Tokyo is shaken by the mysterious disappearance of Gianna Daddio, the daughter of a powerful American politician visiting Japan. Because of the political importance of the case, the FBI sends a special investigator named Ngwin to work alongside the Japanese police. Unlike everyone else, Ngwin isn't fooled by appearances. She immediately notices that Kyoji is hiding something. Although she doesn't trust him, she believes his deep connections to Tokyo's criminal underworld make him the only detective capable of finding the missing woman. As the investigation begins, every clue leads them deeper into Tokyo's dangerous underworld. They discover that Gianna wasn't simply kidnapped. Before disappearing, she had secretly been investigating a network connecting politicians, businessmen, corrupt police officers, and powerful Yakuza leaders involved in money laundering, illegal gambling, and international trafficking. The deeper they investigate, the more people begin to disappear. Witnesses are murdered before they can testify. Evidence mysteriously vanishes from police custody. Even honest officers start turning up dead. It becomes painfully clear that someone inside the police department is helping the criminals stay one step ahead. Meanwhile, an unknown killer begins eliminating members of the Yakuza one by one. Nobody knows who he is or why he is doing it. Some believe he's taking revenge. Others think he's cleaning up loose ends for an even bigger mastermind. His brutal killings spread fear throughout Tokyo's criminal empire. As pressure mounts, Kyoji is forced to confront the consequences of his own corruption. His gambling debts grow larger, his criminal contacts begin threatening his life, and his fellow officers start suspecting his involvement. For the first time in years, he realizes that his own actions may have helped create the nightmare he is now trying to stop. Ngwin slowly uncovers the truth about Kyoji. Instead of exposing him immediately, she gives him one final chance to redeem himself. Reluctantly, the broken detective chooses to risk everything to save Gianna and expose the conspiracy. Their search eventually leads to an abandoned industrial district controlled by powerful Yakuza bosses. There, they discover that Gianna is still alive. She possesses evidence capable of destroying several political careers in both Japan and the United States. But reaching her is only the beginning. The mysterious killer finally reveals himself, not as a random psychopath, but as a former Yakuza member whose family was destroyed by the same corrupt network now protecting the kidnappers. Consumed by revenge, he has been hunting everyone connected to the conspiracy. As multiple factions collide inside the abandoned warehouse, chaos erupts. Police officers, FBI agents, Yakuza gunmen, corrupt officials, and the vengeful killer engage in a violent final confrontation where nobody knows who will survive. Kyoji fights through overwhelming odds to protect Gianna, fully aware that exposing the truth will also expose his own crimes. In the end, he chooses redemption over self-preservation, sacrificing everything he has left to bring the conspiracy into the light. The corruption that once controlled Tokyo begins to collapse as arrests spread through the police force, organized crime syndicates, and political circles. But victory comes with a terrible cost. Lives are lost, reputations are destroyed, and Kyoji's future remains uncertain. The film closes with a haunting message. Sometimes the greatest battle isn't against criminals, it's against the darkness growing inside ourselves. In a city built on secrets, redemption always comes with a price. Bad Lieutenant Tokyo isn't trying to be a typical police thriller. Instead, it combines psychological drama, crime, and neo-noir storytelling into a dark, morally complex experience. The biggest highlight is Takashi Miike's direction. Known for pushing boundaries, Miike often creates stories filled with unpredictable twists, brutal realism, and emotionally damaged characters. That alone makes this film feel different from an ordinary detective movie. Another standout element is its deeply flawed protagonist. Kyoji Yabuki isn't a heroic cop. He's a gambling addict, corrupt, and struggling with his own demons. Rather than watching a perfect detective solve crimes, viewers follow someone who is constantly fighting both criminals and himself, making the story far more unpredictable. The film also mixes Japanese Yakuza crime with an international FBI investigation. The arrival of an American FBI agent investigating the disappearance of a politician's daughter gives the story an international scale, while still keeping Tokyo's criminal underworld at its center. One of the film's biggest strengths is its moral ambiguity. Almost every major character appears to have hidden motives. As the investigation unfolds, the line between justice and corruption becomes increasingly blurred, keeping audiences guessing about who can actually be trusted. Visually, the movie is expected to embrace a neo-noir atmosphere with rain-soaked streets, neon-lit Tokyo nights, underground gambling dens, and dangerous Yakuza hideouts. Combined with suspenseful cinematography, this setting can become as memorable as the characters themselves. The cast is another major attraction. Shun Oguri brings intensity to the broken detective, while Lily James adds mystery as the enigmatic FBI agent. Their contrasting personalities are expected to create compelling on-screen chemistry throughout the investigation. The supporting cast includes Gianna Daddio as Liv Morgan, Shotaro Mamiya, Shuhei Nomura, Nanase Nishino, Yuka Kori, Takanori Iwata, Keisuke Watanabe, Hideo Nakano, Jun Murakami, Jun Kunimura, along with a special appearance by Hiroshi Tachi, bringing even more depth and intensity to this gritty crime drama. Finally, the film promises a balance of crime mystery, psychological tension, action, and character-driven storytelling. Instead of relying only on gunfights or chase scenes, it appears to focus on corruption, addiction, betrayal, and the personal cost of every decision, giving the story emotional weight alongside its suspense. If the filmmakers deliver on these ideas, Bad Lieutenant Tokyo could become one of the most distinctive crime thrillers of 2026, offering a darker and more psychologically intense take on the detective genre. Fans of Takashi Miike know that his films never hold back. Expect brutal action, psychological tension, morally complex characters, unexpected twists, and an atmosphere filled with suspense from beginning to end. Rather than presenting a traditional hero, the film explores the darker side of human nature, where every character is flawed and every choice carries devastating consequences. With a runtime of approximately 106 minutes, Bad Lieutenant Tokyo is scheduled to hit theaters in September 2026. If you're a fan of crime thrillers, detective mysteries, neo-noir storytelling, and intense psychological dramas, this is definitely a movie that deserves a place on your watch list. So, are you ready to enter the darkest corners of Tokyo's criminal underworld and discover the truth behind one of this year's most dangerous investigations? Don't forget to watch Bad Lieutenant Tokyo when it releases, and if you enjoy discovering the latest movies before everyone else, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to CheezeDrama for more exciting movie updates, reviews, and upcoming film coverage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.